Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be another car tour. I have done this in the past with my Range Rover, and now I'm going to be doing a video about our Alfa Romeo Giulia. I feel like these videos are great to just get kind of an inside look at the car if you're interested or just curious. Disclaimer, this is going to be a car tour girl edition where I probably don't know a lot of the specifics, and I'm just going to do kind of like a baseline overview of what the car looks like, some of the features, but I'm not an expert by any means. So we've had this car for a few years now. It is a 2020 Alfa Romeo Giulia. We wanted to get like a smaller sedan as opposed to my SUV. My husband's really into cars, so he wanted something a little more luxury, sporty. So this is technically his car, and then I have my Range Rover, but we just share our cars. So we really love it. It's been perfect. It's a perfect combination of that kind of sporty meets luxury. I love driving this car. It's really easy to drive. It's fun to drive. You'll see the interior we have. We have like the brown leather, which I really like. When we found this car, it was like perfect in terms of like the trim, the package, the features. It had everything we wanted. So it really is a great car. I do recommend it, and I hope you enjoy this little tour. So here is a look at the outside of the car. I'm just gonna do a kind of 360 walk around. Really cool style. It kind of reminds me of like BMW. I feel like anytime I see a BMW, I think it's an Alfa. So they're kind of similar. Again, this is the Giulia. And I want to say this is Alfa's like pretty popular sedan style. They do have some SUVs that are like kind of similar, but of course this is the overall look of it. I love that it's super sporty, but also kind of like the soft edge, rounded look. Here's from this way. Looks super sleek. We love the black on white. I think this is like the blacked out like package or whatever, because we have the rims, then we have the carbon fiber spoiler. I think the previous owner might have added that, but looks really nice. My husband went in and added this carbon fiber down by the exhaust to match the spoiler and just keep that kind of cool sporty look. Like I said, he's really into cars, and this is his car, so he's done some stuff to it. He put these rain guards on there as well. I do love the look of the black rims, and it already came with the red brakes, which I know he loves the look of as well, so I think it looks really cool. Like I said, a perfect mix of like sporty meets luxury. So I don't mind driving this. I feel cool. And we also love that it had this little like emblem. I don't know if the previous owner might have added that, made it more custom, but it has the little Alfa logo, and I think it just looks really cool. So some of them do look a little more basic. I do think ours has some cool additions that makes it look a little more sleek. Alfa Romeo logo in the front, headlights. Here it is from the front, full kind of side view, and the back. It is a little dirty here. We drove it in the rain, so ignore that. Here is the key. Obviously you have your locking, unlocking, open the trunk with this one if you double tap, alarm, and then this is our remote start. Other side has the emblem. I'm gonna go ahead and do the remote start. You just double tap this. My husband also worked on the exhaust, kind of made it sound a little better, more sporty. Again, that's his thing. Another cool thing, unlocking the car. Obviously it's locked. If you go up to it and you have the key on you, all you have to do is just put your hand in the handle, then you can unlock it that way. And then if you want to lock, obviously you just shut that. You can hit that once and it's locked. So that's a nice feature. So I'm gonna go ahead and open all the doors. Here's a look at the inside. Again, I love this interior. I think there's like a red, probably just basic black and tan. But when we saw this one had the like rich brown, I was obsessed. So like Italian to me. Obviously this is an Italian brand. My husband put in the plasticky floor mats to add, but I just love the look of the brown. You obviously have it here on the doors as well. The whole inside with the dash, console, and seats. Seats are really cool. They have the emblem here, kind of engraved logo. So here's a look at the inside, the steering wheel, dash. I love the look of everything. Looks really nice and classy. My husband did do some additions. I think he added some of this carbon fiber to add to that sporty look. So over here, obviously you have your locking, unlocking with the door handle, the nice brown leather, also this nice finishing here, window controls, mirrors, and then a side little console here. We have the speakers. You can pop the hood with this button. Honestly, I feel like I never messed with this. It has the automatic lights usually, so this is where you can adjust that if you need to. Parking sensors, but I feel like I never adjust the lights. It's like really good with the automatic. Air vents here. It took us a minute to figure this out. It's like the twisty ones if you want them open or closed. Speedometer has this nice little detail here, the cursive Alpha. I'll turn on the car in a minute and show the screen. And again, here's the steering wheel. Push to start, cruise control, nice logo, some of the volume, speaker controls. Really nice screen. Again, I'll turn it on in a minute. I love that it's just very like flat, sleek, but it's also really good size. More air vents here. air controls, obviously. We have some plugins here, regular USB, but there's also some in the middle console. I'll show you that too. Nice little area up here, cup holders, gear shift area, just a regular gear shift, has a little push button in the back. Emergency brake. Here we have a knob for like sport mode, some volume controls. This is really cool. This is how we control a lot of the system. So you can like turn the dial to change music, CarPlay, any of the system settings with the home button settings, all that. So this is a button and a turn dial. We can charge our phone here. It's one of the ones where you can just obviously lay the phone down. And then our console, we have napkins and stuff. We have a million air fresheners from our car wash. This is actually, I'll show you when we turn on the system, but we added wireless CarPlay with this little dongle because there is CarPlay in the car, but you have to plug the phone in, and I feel like that's a pain. So my husband added in this little wireless one. This just stays plugged into the USB, and then you also have your aux, other cords here, but we just keep that in the console, and it allows us to have wireless CarPlay. Glove compartment, air vent, and then also floorboards in the front that my husband added. Mirrors up here, garage controls, which we don't have because we live in an apartment. Obviously opens with the mirror and light on both sides. All the light controls. I actually like don't love the way these lights turn on. It's like a slow fade. I feel like I never even know if it's on. I mean, obviously you can see better if it's dark outside. Rear view mirror. And then we just have our stickers for garages, sun pass, another mirror. And then we have our handle. You can do the brights here, the blinker, windshield wipers. I never super mess with these settings, like the automatic or not, but it's pretty good with the automatic sensors. Back seat, speakers, lock, handle, windows. Has a little compartment here. I have to show you in the front seat, we added in a little plastic piece because it's actually open in the front, and I always put stuff in the side. So they actually come in the back, but we had to add them in the front. Speaker, little net here on the back of the seat. It's definitely still comfortable. There's plenty of room in the back. I've always been comfortable riding in the back. Anyone who rides back here has never complained, so it's still pretty spacious. And again, I just love the look and feel of everything. We have some lights back here, air controls, more USB, and that is the back seat. Car seat, additions, seat belts. Middle console has cup holders, then you can flip that back up. So here's what I was talking about on the front. We added this little plastic piece, and it just fits in there perfectly. My husband found this part that just matches, and then now we have a little compartment. I throw my phone in here or whatever when I'm driving. We also have the electric seat controls. We have our seats programmed here, and then you can obviously adjust as needed. I'm going here to open the trunk. It's definitely a spacious trunk, enough to fit my husband's golf clubs, and we just store them in here right now. Pretty good amount of space. Again, can fit the clubs, and we've never had an issue with storage. Little emblem up here too, never noticed that. So if I were to do a full start, I got my foot on the brake, push start. So here is a look at the main system. When you turn on the screen, again, I can control it with the knob here, and that's scrolling through things. If you're to like click on something, then you hit the home button, and it brings you back. You can also scroll, but I never do it this way. Obviously, if you change the air, you get the controls there. And then if you change the temp, that shows up here. For widgets, you can reorder them. Once we set this, we never really messed with it. You can go back, get to your CarPlay this way. As far as widgets, you can just regularly connect your phone, but I think if you have it on CarPlay, it'll automatically take you there. And then again, our wireless CarPlay we set up, it would have been where you would have to plug in, I think, to like the USB to use CarPlay, but we made it so that it's wireless. And then we have all of our regular kind of CarPlay settings. And this is all just like custom to what you want to have. But my car doesn't have CarPlay yet, so I love that we have it here. And then hitting the like Alfa Romeo app takes you back here. Media is if you're like not going through CarPlay and you want to choose like source media. It could be your radio. You can choose CarPlay or do like any of your USBs that you might have connected. This is where I don't pay much attention, but it's cool to have, is where you can do like performance pages with technical stuff. You can click on the gauges. Again, it means nothing to me, but it means a lot to my husband. You have oil, boost, torque. Couldn't tell you much about any of those. Consumption history, I've actually never gone in here. Efficient drive. It's actually kind of interesting. So all these technical settings is nice to have embedded within the car system. Driver's assistance you can click on, and then you can control things like your blind spot, warnings, set your speed limiter, parking, backup camera, all these kind of settings. So there's really a lot of stuff that you can customize and kind of look through. Collision warning's kind of good. If you're like getting too close to a car on the interstate, traffic stopping, it'll yell at you and make you brake. And then regular blind spot. You can also control air per seat, either driver or passenger. You can get more technical in here, kind of control things by the screen versus like on the knobs. This vehicle information tab, it shows like when you need maintenance, stuff about your tires, oil. Again, I'm never really looking in here too much. It is showing we have low tire pressure because it's actually kind of cold today, so I think that happens obviously when the temperature changes. You can check stuff about the oil. So then here's the page about having like the sport settings. Also, like if you were just to be like on the home screen and you change it, it kind of gives you this cool screen where it's like changing modes. So obviously I think it's dynamic, D is for dynamic, puts it in sport, and then you have all these other options in the drive mode. You can also access the manual, internet, Wi-Fi stuff. Never really mess with this. And then last page here we have just regular settings. You can get into so much more to adjust. The lights have so many different settings that you can change, which again, we don't really ever come in here and change anything. I don't even know we can change this, the interior. I think it's just like the brightness of it, not like the color or anything. My car, you can change the color. So many little options. Little things like the units, language, clock and date, which we actually need to set back an hour because we had a time change. Convenience and comfort. Oh, I think that's like how we do the door handle thing. Huh. I'm learning more even just going through this. Doors and locks. All these different things. I don't know what cluster means. Oh, that's like what your screen will tell you, obviously, on the dash when you start the car. Infotainment. I'm telling you, I've never been in this. Display brightness, audio, Bluetooth, and you get to the system. This is like main stuff, software, user manual, all that kind of thing. So again, it's pretty techy. Again, it's a 2020, so there's quite a few good settings. It's a little older now at this point, a few years old, but it definitely still has a lot of advanced stuff. And again, having CarPlay is great, even though we had to set it up a little bit differently. We have everything we need, tons of stuff to set here in the settings and look through. You can really make it custom. And again, it's really easy, user-friendly for someone like me, and then there's a lot more technical stuff for people who are more interested in that. And that's all here for the system. So that was everything for this little car tour. I hope you all enjoyed. I hope it was helpful, kind of gave you an overview and a look at some of the features. Like I said, this has been a great car. I'm sure we're gonna have it for many more years, and I would definitely recommend it if you're interested in this kind of style. Perfect kind of luxury meets sporty, but still practical car. I hope you all enjoyed this video, and thanks for watching.